Welcome back to another Fort Aspenwood video. Here we are playing on the Kurzik side, and I'm playing with Depravity as my elite. So this comes from Curse's Magic, and as you can see, whenever target foe casts a spell, that foe and one nearby foe lose 5 energy at the 14 Curse's Magic that I'm running with this build. It's a pretty effective shutdown against casters, whether those be damage dealing casters or healers. So on my skill bar as well, I have some anti-melee, I have Enfeebling Blood to spread weakness, I have Insidious Parasite, and then the skill that I'm using as kind of a cover hex every time I cast Depravity would be Parasitic Bond. Sometimes I'll also use Defile Flesh as a cover hex. This is another great way to shut down their healing a little bit. I have Suffering as well, although this skill is very high energy, 15 energy, and it only does -3 health degeneration. It has an AoE effect, but I wasn't able to really get many good casts with it on this game. And then the last skill in my skill bar would be Rip Enchantment. So, always comes in handy. Except here, of course, on this Dervish, because he's using Vow of Silence. But here my mission is kind of to target their monk, put Depravity on them, and make sure to cover it, and just let them cast and lose energy. It's just very satisfying to see someone cast and that little -5 purple pop-up go right above their head. Parasitic Bond is also just very nice just to spam on a lot of different targets. That way I keep on getting healed whenever it ends after 20 seconds. And especially when they have these siege turtles, it's important to have those heals, because they do some massive damage. Right there I took 259 damage. I'm also just trying to spam Defile Flesh on all the various targets, just to weaken their heals a little bit overall. There you go. You can see he tried to remove Depravity right away, but instead just ended up healing me because he removed Parasitic Bond. Depravity gets very annoying, right? I mean, every time you cast a spell, you lose 5 energy, and then someone near you does as well. Depravity, honestly, I don't see it being used much in PvP. Especially not in PvE. I mean, it's especially kind of a useless skill in PvE. But it definitely has its place here in PvP. See, this monk is really just unable to heal his team at this point, unable to heal the siege turtle. I'm assuming because his energy is quite low. Depravity you can keep up on your targets 24/7, so that's what I'm trying to do here. There, since that dervish had Vow of Silence, I just decided to cast an AoE spell on the Luxon warriors near him. That way he would also be affected by it. An Insidious Parasite really just shuts down that assassin as well. It's really great skill against any kind of melee that's attacking you. Especially if you pair that with Weakness, then they deal very little damage, and then you keep on getting healed. Surprisingly, though, that monk stayed alive for a very long time before he was finally dropped. Again, see the monk trying to remove that depravity right away. Now, one option would be for them to use Holy Veil. However, I would just use Rip Enchantment and then depravity. So it's really kind of hard to deal with. So overall, this was a pretty fun game. I think I'm going to try to play with Depravity a little bit more. I definitely enjoyed it here. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content, and cheers.